Hi, I'm Annika, and today I'm going to be telling you about my Ed Sheeran concert experience. So, I went to Ed Sheeran September 15th of this year, so about a month ago, and I went with my cousin, who's also my best friend, and we had, we were really big Ed Sheeran fans for the longest time. I still am. I love him so much. And so it was like 11 days before the concert, and we were planning on going together for the longest time. So we hadn't gotten any tickets yet or anything, and I was like, oh crap, all the tickets are going to be gone because it's Ed Sheeran. So I called my cousin Megan, and I was like, Megan, shucks, we forgot to buy the tickets. And so I quickly went on the website for the Target Center, and it was the concert in Minneapolis. So I went on there and we looked, and the cheapest tickets were about $56 each next to each other, and it wasn't that bad of seats. It was like the front of the back, and it was also to the side. So it wasn't the best, but it's Ed Sheeran. So we got the tickets that day, and I was so excited. I kept taking pictures with them. Oh, it was so great. So, 11 days later, my cousin and I go there and go to Target Center, and at the time I was only 13. I'm 14 now, which is, my birthday was like a week ago. But, so my cousin was 14 too, and we were like the youngest people there, which, or at least what we saw, we were the youngest, and it was kind of scary because we obviously didn't bring a adult with us or anybody. So we were there, and we got there and we went in line, and it didn't look like there were that many people, which really surprised us because it was like 7:30, so maybe 30 minutes before the show was supposed to start. So we got to our seats, and we got there, and we were kind of disappointed because they weren't as good as we thought. Like, we just wouldn't be able to see that well, but you know, it was fine. So I remember I had always watched concert experience videos, just like wondering, how do they have so much courage to like follow these celebrities around, and how can they like just have the willingness to do that. So I always wanted to just have an adventure like that, but I just never thought I would. So then it looked like the arena was maybe like half full, which was so weird to us because it was 30 minutes before the opening, which I don't remember what it was, but nobody liked them. So anyways, what I thought to myself was, well, maybe we could find somebody, maybe we could ask them if there's any way we can get closer, which, you know, was just a crazy thought in my head at that time. But, so then, to my surprise, Megan says to me, Annika, no, we need to get closer, we can do this. And, I was excited, I was scared, of course, you know, 13-year-old girl excited. So, we went out to where people walk around to get food or whatever, and, we looked around for the people who looked the nicest, I guess you could say, like younger people who could kind of get it. So we walked around a little bit, and we found a teenage girl, maybe like 17. She had short purple hair, so we were like, yes, let's do it. So I thought Megan was going to be the one to go up and ask, because she's always the one, but then she was like, you gotta go do this, you know, it's your birthday present, because it was at the time, well, it still is, but so I was really scared, but I went up to her and the guy who was with her, who was like 19. So I went up to them and I was like, hey, guys, we noticed that the arena is not that full, actually. There's still tons of spots left. Like, we have a little bit of money. I only had like 20 bucks, but you know, worth a try. So I was like, I have a little bit of money. Is there any way we can get closer at all? It's my birthday present, and I'm obsessed with Ed. I love him so much. And I must look so stupid then, because I just had like my Ed Sheeran t-shirt on, which I bought at the concert, and it still smells like drugs. It's funny though. So I had like my little Ed concert shirt on, and I was super excited and freaking out, and I'm sure I looked kind of stupid, but I think we looked a little old for our age though, because my cousin has her nose pierced, and she just looks old for her age. So I thought that they were going to say no, because they just started laughing at us, you know, like you would, and so to our surprise, she goes, you know what, if we find something, we'll tell you. Like, where are you sitting? So we gave her our seats, and we went back there, and I called my friend, Ashley, just to tell her about what was happening, because, you know, I was excited. So not even 5 minutes later, she was quick. She came back, and she was like, guys, we have a spot for you. And I was like, oh my gosh. So we So we thought that we would just get like a little bit closer, not even close to floor or the front. So we were just like, okay, this is gonna be great, you know. So we get out there and there's 3 other girls, just random girls like me and Megan, and a man who had the tickets, which is probably not the safest thing, but you know what? I don't care. It's Ed Sheeran. So we get over to the man who has the tickets, and he's like, "Hey guys, I just don't need these tickets anymore. My wife couldn't come." So I was like, "Huh, okay." So we go down the escalator closer to like the floor, and we figured, hey, we're gonna stop here. This is where we're gonna be seated. We're not gonna be on the floor. But we kept going down. So I was like, what? What's going? Oh my god! So I just kept going down there, and then we get back down to where the opening of the arena is, like the doors of the Target Center, and we're like, what the frick? We're down here. So we go down this special hallway, and I'm like, holy junk, what is going on here, Megan? So I was freaking out, of course, and so it was incredible. So we went down into this special hallway, and there were these really crabby old ladies working there, probably, you know, tired of all the teenagers. So they gave us these special green wristbands. No, they were yellow. They were yellow wristbands because there's a difference. So she gave us these yellow wristbands, and we went through this hallway, and I was like, wait, where are we going? Like, what's going on? I was freaking out. And so we go down, and we walk in to the huge arena. You can see everything all around you. It's so amazing. And we just go in there, and we're on the floor. And I scream. And then Megan tells me to shut up, but I don't care. So we get down there, and so the way that the floor works is that there's like the back of the floor, and then there's like a chunk of nothing, and then there's the front of the floor, which is by the stage. So we were down by the back of the floor, and you know, I didn't even think about getting closer. I was like ecstatic. I was like, dude, this is amazing. I'm so happy. So we had a lady take our picture, which I'll probably put in here someplace, maybe at the end. But and you could tell I look so ecstatic. So we're standing in the back, and so then Megan goes, oh look, there's the other 3 girls who were chosen to have these seats. I'll call them stands because there weren't seats. So we follow them, and there's like a security guard who like flashes the flashlight on our wristbands, which I lost because I'm a stupid face. And so we go up, and we go to the front of the floor, and I'm freaking out. Oh my goodness. So we got to the front, and the thing that really scared me about this is that I have really bad anxiety disorder, which causes panic attacks very, very easily, and I'm really afraid of dehydration because that's what caused it, was dehydration. So we got to the front, and we were in the back of, you know, like the front section, because it was just like free for all. You could stand. If you could get to the front, you're in the front. So I was just standing there, and Megan was like, okay, this is where we're gonna stay for the rest of the concert, you know? And I was like, no, we're getting closer. And she was like, whoa there. But I was determined. You can't just come to an Ed concert and have this happen to you and not try to get closer. So we get down there, and every time, I'm smaller than most of the people who were there, thank goodness, and every time I would see like a little spot with somebody, like a hole, I would just like jump through them and go to the front of them. And I don't really care if I lost Megan, because she didn't seem as excited as I was, which I'm sure she was, but it was so amazing. So I just kept moving forward little bit by bit, and then eventually the opening act started, and nobody liked them. It was kind of embarrassing, but for them it must have been. But so they came in, and they had really loud bass, and everybody was like, no, we want Ed, bring Ed. And so after, I made this like weird like Spanish guy friend there who's like 26, and he was like standing next to me during this opening act, and he was like, they're horrible, no, we want Ed. I was like, okay. So anyways, after them, there was like a little chunk of time before Ed came on, so we were just kind of staying there. I was still trying to get closer, and of course I get to this one spot where I can't seem to get closer, and right in front of me is like a family of girls with afros, you know? So I was like, really? Really? And I'm like 5'2", so I'm really short, and so I was like, oh shucks, what do I do now? So I like eventually somehow like got under them. I don't even know really. So then Ed came on, and it was kind of surreal. Like, I didn't record it. Megan had a phone, so she recorded some of it, but I'm not that person. I like to be, like, in the moment so that I won't forget it, because, you know, you're at a concert, why not, like, experience it? So, and I knew other people would take videos that would be on YouTube, which they are. So, the concert started, and, I will never forget, oh my goodness. So, at one point, he was about to sing The Man, which he claimed it was the first time he had sang it on this tour, because he really likes coming to Minneapolis, because this is where one of his starting points, and he sang at this cafe a while ago when he first was getting started, and my sister was there, and she talked to him. I think she talked to him, but she was there when he was first getting started, and she is not even freaking out about it, but I'm like, oh my god. Anyways, so he was about to sing The Man, and it was getting really quiet, and I know I shouldn't have done this, but me and Megan, I screamed out, I love you, Ed, oh my god. I was like actually screaming. I can't scream because, you know, I can't scream. But I remember he looked at me, he goes, I see you, and I was like, I'm done. Oh my goodness, so it was awesome. And then there's like a middle part where Ed kind of goes off, and he's gonna come back, because we knew, because he hadn't even sung You Need Me, I Don't Need You or Sing yet, and those were like the main ones. So I knew that he wasn't done yet, but some people didn't know that apparently. So lots of people in the front left, and I was like, no, this cannot be the end. So I stayed, and by this time I was really freaking out. I was like fanning myself, and I was feeling my face because I had like a fever, and I was having a panic attack, and I was like, Megan, I need water, but we couldn't leave, because if you leave the front from the spot that you're at, you can't get back. You just can't. So thankfully, my little Spanish friend that I met earlier, the security guards were handing out little cups of water for everybody, because, you know, why not? So he was handing out these little Dixie cups, and the Spanish guy was like, for you, my friend, and I was like, oh, thank you, and it was fun. But so then during the next act, when Ed came back on, during the songs, one of the girls next to me, she like felt sick, so she sat on the ground, and of course everybody's from Minnesota, you know, Minnesota nice, we all go, are you okay? And it was kind of funny. So she was like, yeah, it's fine, but we were all so concerned for this girl, and eventually she had to leave. So then it was just like people were dropping like flies like around me. Another girl went down, and I remember, okay, so everybody was like, imagine me sitting like this, and everybody was like surrounding me, so I was just kind of squished like this, and I remember I wanted to go down to see her, to see if she was okay, because she was standing like right next to me. So I like went down behind the people, and I was like, hey, are you okay? And she was like, yeah, I'm fine. So then I had to go back up, and it was kind of a maneuvering exercise. And then this is the best part, okay? So he was singing Give Me Love, and I freak, oh my goodness. Oh no, this is a different time, I'm sorry. Back to the time when he was singing The Man. Back then, he was talking about how it was kind of like a diary entry. He was making like this little speech, and nobody was talking, and Megan and I screamed, just like scream, and he looks at us, and he goes, save your voices for later, we'll waste them. And he was talking to us. I know for a fact we were the only ones screaming, and he looked at us. And I have a video of it, which I'll put somewhere over here. Somebody took it. But when he's talking about the diary entry and girls scream, that's me and Megan. So, but when he sang Give Me Love, he used us as a choir, and it was so beautiful. Like, I loved it, because he used us, he interacted with the crowd a lot, and it was so amazing. And then at the end, when he did sing, and, you know, like the main kind of chorus of it, he told us to keep singing it even after he left. So, of course, at the end of Sing, he leaves, and everybody stays in the arena singing that part. You know what I'm talking about, I'm not a good singer, but so everybody's singing that part for like 10 minutes after he leaves. So then everybody clears out of the front, like the floor. So, and Megan and I don't want to leave, because we feel like, you know, why just wait until everybody leaves just to see what happens. So, and we were right in the front, like there's these little barrier like bar things that keep you from going any farther. We were leaning up against those, so we were close. And so we were up there, and the man on the stage, who, like, the stage manager or whatever, he came and he threw guitar picks down, and he threw water bottles that Ed had drinking to drink out of. So he threw them down, and we, I didn't catch it. I almost caught it, but this girl did, and everybody was drinking out of it. I didn't, and neither did Megan. But everybody was like, can I take a picture with it, you know? So Then we leave and our voices are destroyed, and it was the best night ever, and oh my goodness, I loved it so much. And I'm just so thankful that Ed makes it so memorable for all of us, and it was one of the best days of my life. So that was my Ed Sheeran concert experience. Thank you.